further news, well, from an insider account at the football club, I have, again, no idea how reliable this is. Tomas Kalas has signed a new 1-year deal at Bristol City. Yeah, I can. Yeah, your reaction says it all.
Okay. That's very interesting. It's been a long time coming now since his contract got expired. But if that is true, then I mean, obviously we wanted less wages. I think he was waiting out, trying to maybe get higher wages, but maybe he
somewhere
accepted
else.
the
Yeah.
deal. But yeah, I mean, he was probably looking for other clubs, but maybe I guess no one came to him. And I think it's a better decision to stick with the club with his injuries, but he definitely needs to cut down on the wage bills. I think he's still, personally, I think he's still a quality player. And from what we saw at some of the games like Man City, I think he can really help us. But what do you think?
No, look, we've been kind of held for ransom, really, because we're basically the second or third choice, and he hasn't had an offer from whether abroad or just high championship where his injury record has kind of gone in and into consideration, and they've kind of gone, actually, no, you know what, no, not going to sign Kalas. He's 29, so he's not. Is he 29, 30 maybe? He's one of them.
Yeah.
So he's not exactly young. I'll just check if he's 29 or 30. He's 30. So he's not young anymore. He's not that player we signed for 8 million under Lee Johnson, who is now going to be the next best championship defender and the next Adam Webster. He's not that anymore. And I think fans are kind of dining out on that season with Webster. By the way, with Adam Webster alongside you in the championship, Ashley Williams would have looked good. So I'm not saying Kalas isn't a good player. He is a good player. But we can't really go out on that Webster season because Webster was simply ridiculous at this level. Honestly, he doesn't fit the model. And that's what's concerning me, because I thought we'd moved on from kind of high wages players who are kind of peaking and trying to just get big money moved in the championship, which we were willing to pay. I thought we'd moved on to the Jason Knights and the Hayden Roberts and the kind of Ross McCrory's, young, just about to hit their prime, really good resale value if they do well at City. We're not. That's not what Tomas Kalas says. He's injury prone. He's kind of not played many games over the last 2 years. Doesn't fit our system. We're not going to get any resale value for him, even if we keep him on for one summer, for one season. And that's, on high wages as well. So I don't understand this.
I don't think Pearson personally would like that as well. I mean, he likes to see progress. He likes investments. Just another 1 year just to add some squad depth on high wages is not really the type of deals that he does. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that's true. But no, yeah, another year with Kalas? I don't think. Well, he's still coming. Well, he's probably recovered, but no preseason. He's not fit right now. So it'd be really a struggle to get back into the first team, and then even if when Dickey comes back, he won't go straight into the back line. He would have to wait. Yeah, definitely not. So he'd have to wait for an injury or a run of bad form. But the way the partnership is going between Vine and Dickey, I think they're great. But we do need more squad depth there. Probably Kalas, maybe not the right option. I do like him, and I think he's a good player, but again, alone from the Premier League would be kind of similar, but then again, they're obviously going to be of higher quality than Kalas and more fit and ready to come in and make a big difference.
Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from in terms of we just need depth, but if that's kind of what's come to, then what has been going on? It's like how many targets have we actually missed out on to be that desperate to go back to Tomas Kalas and kind of beg him to come back? It is what it is. Maybe it's a deal that suits player and club. If he's on low, maybe that's wages. Knows the manager and club. Yeah, look, he knows the club and he knows the manager, and I don't think he's moved from Bristol. the City anyway. Since he's kind of left Fisher, since his contract expired, he's not left Bristol. So maybe he was always going to come back. I don't know. If this is true, then obviously added depth, which is fine. But how many times is that depth going to be available to play is is going to be another question. Right, that's Tomas Kalas.